everyone! So today I wanted to talk about Steven Universe, and maybe it will be a good distraction for some people from, the quarantine, all this trauma around the world, and we can just focus on something a little bit more cheerful. Yeah, Steven Universe future. This is, in my opinion, the best season of Steven Universe. Steven Universe as a show had its highs and had its lows. We all know that. But in this season, I think they improved in nearly everything. They took Steven seriously as a character, meaning that what happened before in the past seasons wasn't only something that happened to, a hero in a cartoon. They took it more seriously. They took it as if it happened to a real person, as if these were events that shaped Steven as a person. And thanks to this, he was actually given a deep personality. He actually grew as a character, and that wouldn't be achieved without taking into consideration all that happened before. So I really like that. What I maybe am unsure of is how they dealt with this trauma. So some things that were shown about trauma in the show were really accurate and relatable. For example, the episode about volleyball in Pearl was absolutely amazing. In my opinion, this is the best episode out of the whole season. It was really good. It showed that trauma can be healed, you can move on, but sometimes it can leave a scar forever, and it may shape you forever, which doesn't mean that you cannot be happy anymore, but it might really not go away. It was very realistic in my opinion. What it also showed is that sometimes you can heal by yourself. And this goes kind of against what they are trying to maybe prove in the whole show. Because what I mean is, at the very end, when Steven has his own breakdown and he can't deal with, I guess, all the trauma that he collected during all these years, he can't deal with his habit to battle it all up and to just not burden anyone, and he has this meltdown and he turns into a monster. Thing is that I feel like he only got better when his friends and family helped him, and this is quite a privileged situation where you have people in your life who can help you, who can notice that, oh, you're doing really badly, you can't cope with this on your own. In this episode, they all gather together and they hug Steven and tell him that they love him, that he can rely on them, that he's not alone. But what if you're in a situation where you can't rely on other people? What if it's just not in reach? I don't think that this is a realistic situation for everyone. I don't think this is a realistic solution to everyone. What I was really missing in this show is this emphasis maybe on self-care, on things that you can do for yourself to get out of bad mental habits or get out of a bad situation. Because here it really looked like if you have a good family, if your friends or family realize that what they did to you was wrong and apologize to you or try to support you, then you will get out of this. This is your hope. Because Steven only gets a therapist after the meltdown, after getting support from family. Even when he was in hospital and the doctor recognized that something was definitely wrong with him, he denied it himself. He didn't want to look at it himself. So you can't really you can't force someone into recovery, but still it kind of looked like nothing will help you until people who hurt you or caused the problems that you had will, kind of apologize to you or support you instead. It kind of looks like you can only get support from the external world, which is, as I said, really unrealistic. This is not how it works in many cases. Sometimes all you have is you, and this is all you can really rely on. So yeah, I kind of don't agree with the philosophy that they are trying to portray in Steven Universe. I don't think it was quite a responsible message to get across. Maybe what they were trying to say is that, hey, try to look out for your friends, because if they are going through something, it might not be easy for them to talk about it, so they really need encouragement, and so please pay attention. So yeah, I get this message and I really like that. I agree with this. But I was missing an alternative. Maybe the alternative was shown already with this episode with Pearl, but I don't think it was enough. It was not powerful enough, in my opinion. Like the ending was just lacking something, in my opinion. Well, in the end, he moves out, I guess, or something. But he still needs a lot of reassurance from the gems and all of this, and this is understandable. This is what we all need: reassurance, the sense of belonging, that we matter to others. And this is a good point, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if I was really satisfied with this ending. It was just not so convincing. Just because people tell you that you can rely on them doesn't mean that you will believe it, and doesn't mean that you will be able to do it, next time, because you already have your habits, you already have your coping mechanisms, and this just might not be enough. I don't think they put enough emphasis on the role of therapy, for example, and like the work you need to put in yourself, by yourself. Just having the right environment might not be enough, especially if you're after the trauma, if you're after the traumatic events. Then really, just being in a good environment might really not be enough. The point that I really liked that they tried to make is when everyone was feeling so guilty, especially when the white diamond was like crying because she felt so guilty for causing all this damage for people, especially to Pink Diamond and consequently to Steven too. And then Connie said that right now it will help no one if we just indulge in guilt and regret, but what we really need to do is to help Steven, here and now. So yeah, I really like this point. Sometimes maybe people focus on their own suffering because they feel so guilty and they regret things, but they still don't see the damage that they put out, and maybe someone else is suffering and they need attention, and that's how you can actually help the situation. So you don't really help the situation if you indulge in, self-hatred, but what really serves the situation is taking action. Being supportive now. If you weren't before, then be that now. Some things I really agreed with and I thought it was very valuable, and I was kind of like proud that they tried to make those points because they are so important to talk about. But sometimes I was feeling like something was lacking, that it was rushed, that as if it was unfinished still. I always kind of feel like that with Steven Universe. Something is just unfinished. Okay, so this was like the main thing that I wanted to get across, but just a side thing that I really want to talk about is Stevani. Oh my god, I ship it, okay? I ship it so much. I really loved this pairing. I love how they showed a very casual relationship. That was realistic. This part was realistic to me because, it's frequent to see those overdramatic romantic side plots in movies, in shows. That was not the case in Steven Universe. It was just like, you didn't even notice when they got together. You didn't even notice when this relationship got so romantic. This is definitely not what a typical girlfriend-boyfriend relationship looks like in shows, and I really like that. There was only one scene, I think, where they kissed. I don't remember if they kissed ever before, but it just felt so casual, like real life, and I appreciate it a whole lot. So yeah, I think that's it about my thoughts, about my main thoughts at least. So yeah, tell me if you liked the new season, and Jesus, I'm gonna show you the sky today because it's so beautiful. Okay, so I hope that you liked listening to me, and if you have any other opinions to add, please do it in the comments. And yeah, I hope that you have a not stressful quarantine and that we all can go back to normal. very soon. So yeah, bye bye.